All right, let's dive in. Today, we're exploring the massive digital revolution happening in orthodontics, a shift that's taking us way beyond old-school metal braces and into the incredible world of precision-designed smiles. And really, it all kicks off with this thought right here. This is about so much more than just aesthetics, you know? It's not about vanity. We're talking about a real fundamental change in how you see yourself, how a smile can completely change your confidence whether you're in the boardroom or just chatting with friends. This is exactly why this whole tech evolution matters so much.
Okay, so to really appreciate the innovation that we're seeing today, we've got to take a quick look back at the old way and all the problems that were just begging to be solved.
For decades, right, traditional braces were the gold standard. And look, they absolutely worked. But man, they came with a whole list of challenges we all know too well. You had all the dietary limits. No popcorn, no sticky candy. Keeping your teeth clean was, well, it was a mission. Then you had the emergency visits for a broken bracket or a wire poking you in the cheek. And of course, especially for adults in a professional setting, there was that social discomfort. All these pain points created a huge demand for something better.
And that something better? Well, it finally arrived. It came in the form of a full-on digital revolution. This was the absolute game changer. The moment we shifted from just reacting with manual adjustments to proactively planning everything out with digital precision.
You know, what's so cool here is how this lays out the whole journey. We started back in the manual era, where an orthodontist was literally bending wires by hand every few weeks. Then, we hit the digital dawn. Suddenly, with 3D imaging, we could see everything and even simulate what might happen. And all of that led us to, right now, today, the age of precision clear aligners, where the entire treatment is mapped out on a computer before you even put the first one in.
So, how does all this actually work? Like, what's the magic behind it? Let's break down the specific technologies that make these modern aligners possible.
Okay, so at the very heart of this whole thing is a concept called digital smile design. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like an architectural blueprint for your new smile. Using 3D scans and some pretty smart AI, your doctor can literally show you a virtual preview of the final result. I mean, how powerful is that? Seeing the destination before the journey even begins? That's a total game changer for building confidence in the process.
And this shows you exactly how that workflow goes down. It's actually a really seamless process. It all kicks off with a quick, totally comfortable 3D scan of your teeth. Yep, no more of those goopy, messy impressions. That scan gets fed into special software where AI helps your orthodontist map out the most efficient way to get your teeth from point A to point B. You get to see that plan as a virtual simulation, and once you give it the thumbs up, a whole series of custom, precision-made aligners are manufactured just for you.
But here's a really crucial point I want to make. The AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but it is not the doctor. It's there to analyze data and suggest possible paths. But the final plan, all the clinical decisions, that always comes down to a human expert. And that's what ensures the treatment isn't just going to work, but that it's actually safe for your teeth and your jaw.
All right, now that we've got the tech down, let's pivot a little. Let's talk about the real-world benefits for the people who are actually wearing these things. Why are so many people choosing this path?
Now, you know, it really comes down to how perfectly this technology just fits into a modern lifestyle. I mean, the discretion is huge, right? Especially for adults in the workplace. They're way more comfortable than traditional braces. And that flexibility of being able to just pop them out to eat, drink, or for a special occasion, that is a major, major plus. And of course, that predictability we talked about gives you so much peace of mind.
And this brings us right back to the human side of things. See, the biggest transformation isn't always the physical one you see in the mirror. It's that psychological boost. It's the freedom to laugh out loud without covering your mouth, or to speak up in a meeting feeling totally confident. That emotional shift, that's often the real win for so many people.
Okay, this next part is maybe the most important thing we're going to talk about today. We really need to understand the difference between just buying a product off a shelf and undergoing an actual medical procedure. So let me just ask this question straight up. Are all clear aligners created equal? The short answer? Absolutely not. And the difference isn't just the type of plastic they're made from. It's about the expert guidance, or sometimes the complete lack of it, that comes with them. It is so important to get this. Clear aligners are not a cosmetic accessory. They are classified as medical devices. Their entire job is to apply controlled forces to literally move your teeth through bone. When you think about it that way, the need for a professional watching over things becomes crystal clear, doesn't it?
And this is where you can really see the massive gap. Unsupervised systems can totally miss the bigger picture. But clinically supervised therapy? That includes a full diagnosis of your oral health, a deep look at your bite and jaw, a safe plan for moving the teeth, and someone checking in on you the whole time. The technology is amazing, but it's the expertise that ensures it's safe. Okay, so now that you have all this info, let's wrap this up by talking about how you can make a smart choice, one that's right for your health, your lifestyle, and what you want to achieve.
This is a great little summary right here. When you're talking about aesthetics and just being discreet, clear aligners have a huge advantage. Same thing goes for being able to remove them, which makes keeping your teeth clean so much easier. And with that digital planning, you get a transparent view of your whole treatment that just wasn't possible before. Now, that's not to say traditional braces are obsolete. They're still an incredibly effective tool, especially for really complex cases.
So who are clear aligners great for? Well, they're super effective for a ton of common issues. Things like mild or moderate crowding, closing up gaps between teeth, or even for people whose teeth have shifted a bit after having braces years ago. And they're especially popular with adults who want a better smile without going the traditional braces route. But, and this is key, the only way to know for sure if you're a candidate is to get a professional clinical evaluation.
So as we've seen, the future of orthodontics isn't on its way. It's already here. It's more precise, more personal, and more predictable than it's ever been. It puts an incredible amount of control right into your hands and your doctor's hands. And that really just leaves us with one final kind of exciting question to think about. How will you design your smile?